Hey, Lori here at Freedom Within. Thanks loads for choosing to join me. I'm just sitting on the edge of my couch here in my house and preparing to do a training here that starts in about an hour from now. And we're going to be covering self-regulation and grounding. And it just motivated me to pop my camera on and make this video because I think that it's so life-changing to understand your nervous system. So the reason why at Freedom Within we really slow people down in doing TRE, and you know that can be looked at in different perspectives. It can be looked at as in we're afraid and we're not letting people really release or really get into things. But our sense is that that's not the case. Our belief and our approach is that, as I talk about in my self-regulation video, if you haven't seen it, check it out here on our channel. Talk about the nervous system and talk about how everything we do in life is through where we are in our nervous system. So of course, we're going to approach TRE the same way. Let me give you an example. So if me, let's say my way had always been to push, 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 my expectations for one day would have been better for 3 days or maybe even a week. And I wanted to just plow through things. I have lots of drive, I have lots of motivation, and I have lots of energy. And that's all great if it's coming from a grounded place. But when I started doing TRE, it was really from a pushing place, from a survival place of, you know, that something would happen to me if I wasn't, you know, doing a lot and driving and pushing myself. It was just where I was living life from in my nervous system. And so of course when I started to do TRE, I would look at TRE the same way. Okay, TRE is supposed to help me release tension and trauma and stress, so I'm going to go right to it. I'm going to drive. I'm going to do it every day. I'm going to do it for an hour. I'm going to make sure that it feels really intense to make sure that I'm really releasing something. And I would not know that there's another way to do that. I would not know that there's another level of grounding there that I can actually feel within myself. I won't allow myself to be able to feel that if I don't do TRE with someone who helps me recognize how much I push, who helps me explore with what happens if I don't push, with someone who helps me, guides me in maybe slowing everything down, stopping more to check in with myself. Because sometimes we don't necessarily notice how we're pushing, or if we're somebody that checks out more, or someone that gets angry, or someone that goes in euphoria. It's all fine to be in those places, just the way our nervous system takes care of us. But unless I have someone with me in the beginning, slowing everything down and almost helping me unpack all the messages my nervous system is giving me before I get up to that point, then I'm just going to do TRE from that place. And if I'm doing TRE from a place of being a bit checked out, or a place of pushing, of high expectations, of doing as much as possible to release as much as possible, and feeling like it has to be dramatic or intense or a big cathartic release in order for it to mean something, because I'm so used to having lots of adrenaline in my system, I actually believe I need to feel that for it to be effective, then that means that my nervous system is high. When my nervous system is quite activated, high on that graph that I show in my self-regulation video, then my body is a bit closed down and shut down. We know that we release most when our body is in what's called parasympathetic or neuroventral-vagal, when we're quite aware. We can be feeling fear, we can be feeling really excited and still be grounded. We can get activated in order to release while still having some awareness of it. It's not that we're not supposed to get activated to release, but we believe that if we help you at least keep some presence and to learn how does it look for you when your nervous system is in that high push or check out or whatever your pattern is, then you're going to be able to be aware of that, and you're going to be able to manage it better, regulate it better, and you're going to release more because you're touching down in lower places around that grounding place in your nervous system. Then once you know how the language of your nervous system and how it speaks with you, because we've slowed everything down for you to really get comfortable and get those grounding techniques that you really like, then you're going to be able to do TRE feeling quite safe even when it gets a bit intense or quite intense. Because we've slowed everything down, you know how it goes, you know what your nervous system tends to do, and you know your grounding techniques. It doesn't even mean that you have to stop shaking. It just means you bring your awareness to it, breathe, whatever that is for you. And then you have a lifetime of tremoring ahead of you to release more and more and more and more, but in a nice regulated way. So that is why we really focus on grounding, self-regulation at Freedom Within. And I think the proof is in the pudding, as they say, because I know I'm speaking to a really, maybe a micro niche here, and I know that just based on results, they're just very, very telling. So that's it for today. Thanks loads for joining me. Make sure you subscribe to see notices for my next video. And in the comments below, you can see how you can register to do TRE with us for free, just by going to either our Facebook page or to our website to figure out when the next dates are and just to sign up there. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Sawadee ka from here in Chiang Mai, Thailand. Bye-bye.